Hi, welcome back to the RepRap Prusa Mendel Iteration 2 assembly video. In this video, we're going to do the rear section of the RepRap. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to need two of the 275 millimeter threaded rods and two bar clamps and a bearing guide and a bearing. This is a 608ZZ bearing. So grab a rod, grab a nut. It's usually how this starts. Okay, and this one is going to be for the bearing guide. I'm going to show you to install that. I think I showed you in the previous video, but you put the bearing in the smaller piece of the bearing guide, and then put some super glue on here on maybe a couple of sides, and then put the larger section on top of it. You might want to set that aside and wait for it to dry. So. And then go ahead and slide it on, and then put on a washer, and then put on a nut, and that'll secure that into place. Alternatively, instead of using the plastic bearing guides, you can use fender washers. Here's a couple of fender washers here. And the way the fender washers work is you put on the nut, you put on the fender washer, you put on the small washer, put on the bearing, another M8 washer, and then a fender washer, and close it off with a nut. Now, there's nothing wrong with the plastic bearing guides. There's nothing wrong with fender washers. I just prefer the fender washers over the plastic ones, but you can do it either way. It doesn't really matter. Okay, and this looks like it needs to go in just a little bit further. All right, so that takes care of that section of the bearing guide anyway. Now this is going to be for bar clamp, so be a nut, a washer, bar clamp, washer, and a nut. Don't worry exactly where you put these yet. We'll measure this later. I'll show you how to make this really precise too when we get to that stage. We'll need a bar clamp on the other side here. Nut, washer, bar clamp, washer, nut. Okay, and then go ahead and put a washer on the ends of these, on the ends of this. Okay, and we'll set that aside. That's done for the moment. And then we'll need to do the bottom section, which will just be a nut on both sides here. Okay, now let's go ahead and put washers on all four ends of these. Okay, and then this will go on the top section here. This will go on the bottom section. Let's squish it together. More space for the nuts there, and go ahead and secure it with a nut and washer on all four ends of the threaded rods here. Fit it to where it's about flush. Just hand tighten it. We'll measure this precisely later. And again, you know, this is a Northwest RepRap kit, so these rods were cut so that they would fit flush. So I know this is going to be about right when I go to measure it. I won't have to adjust it very much. I'll just need to adjust it to its precision points. But if you did get your kit somewhere else, they might be the specifications from reprap.org, which actually leaves the rods a little bit longer so they overhang. So just keep that in mind. If I'm telling you to fit these flush, it's because I know that this kit has it so that they will fit flush. But anyway, that's it. That takes care of the back side of the RepRap Prusa Mendel Iteration 2. In the next video, we'll do the top section. See you then. Thanks for watching.